Morning, Chuan. Sorry for the interruption. There is some problem with the YouTube link. Again, I created the link and I shared it to MVR sir now. Now today I am going to welcome back to the second day faculty development program on ICT tools. Uh, in today's session, I am going to discuss various important tools which are very useful for all of us. I'll show you those links. Now I'm going to start my presentation. I think some people are, please keep your, Anita madam, please keep your, and other people are also having that. Please unmute, please mute your, this one, microphone.
Sure, sir. Dear participants, please mute your audio and video.
Manjula, I think someone, it is in, she is no.
They on their audio. We'll just check out. Sir.
Okay. I think still some of them are using that man. We'll get a lot of echoes.
Yes, sir. Please, dear participants, please turn off your video and mute your audio. Don't present the screen.
Yeah, shall I start?
Sure, sir. Start.
Welcome back. Today I'm going to discuss about, actually it is 9 tools. They all are free. 9 free softwares which I use to create a course. Now see, what are the tools that I'm going to discuss? The first tool, which is Audacity, which is basically meant for audio recording and audio editing. And the second tool is Video Chat, which you already know. For nowadays, we need to have live things for online meetings and other things. So that I'm going to discuss. And the third tool is ApowerSoft, which is a screen recordings tool. And the fourth one is OBS. And you may see this OBS and video hosting. OBS is a broadcasting software tool. And it is also basically used for recording purpose. And you can use this tool for video hosting also. Here in video hosting, I'm going to use how I'm going to host a video in YouTube lively. Now that's the today's session. Already I've opened it through YouTube, and with the help of OBS only, I'll show you how to do that. Then the next tool is fifth tool, which is HitFilm Express. This is basically used for editing purpose. You can sometimes you may add videos and you may remove videos, certain part of it, and you can add your own PPTs also some place. All that it is possible with the help of HitFilm. And the next tool is Handbrake, which is basically a video compression tool. You know why? I'll tell you the reason during the discussion of that Handbrake tool. Then coming to the next tool, which is class 1, 2 to 3. This class 1, 2, 3 is a learning management system, which is an LMS tool for faculty. So like we have Google Classroom, Edmodo, like that we have class 1 to 3 is also one of the LMS tool. Then after that we have CISA, which is used for conducting quizzes and other type of activities and for connecting meetings with parents and other also it is possible. Now to start with the first one, which is Audacity. This Audacity is a free open source cross-platform audio software. And Audacity is an easy to use multi-track audio editor and recorder for Windows, Mac and Linux operating systems. That means all the operating systems we can use this Audacity. Then how we are going to download Audacity? Now you go to Google type Audacity, and the moment you type in the search engine Audacity, then you're going to have Audacity free open source class platform audio software. The moment you have this, now this software is not an online tool. We have to download first and we have to use it. Already I downloaded all the tools. I'll show you to you. Then after downloading that, so the moment you enter that this one, Audacity free open source class platform, after click this, then you're going to have a window like this. There in the download column, download tab, you have different operating systems are there. You have to select whatever operating system you want. You select that. Then you click continue. Then the moment you continue, the software will be installed. Once the software is installed in your system, it looks like this. So if you observe here, we have different menus. Here, whatever audio that you are going to have, the moment you click this, it will start recording. So I'll show you how to record that. So here I have taken one example for my previous programs. This how if I record it using this button, my audio, all my audio will be recorded. And after that, if you want to stop this recording, just you click this red button and it will stop the recording. That is how you can use this tool. And don't worry, I'm going to show it lively. And here, this is the YouTube link, how to work with Audacity. Now I'm going to minimize my presentation and I'm going to take you to how to use this Audacity. First use website. There you have to type Audacity. The moment you type Audacity, it will show you this, but you have to use this Audacity free open source class platform. You just click that. Here it will ask, and it will ask some captchas. You do that. Then after that, it will take you to that place and it will work it. Already I did all that, and finally I installed that in my laptop. See this, here I have an Audacity tool. I'm double clicking that. Now the moment you double click, it will open. See this, it is opening. Now this is the window which is open. Now if you want, now you have different menus, file, edit, all that. But here you need to have complete idea on this effects as well as analyze. These tools are this toolbar is very useful for us. Now let us say, suppose if you want to start recording, this is your play. Now, if you want to take new, so first you have to take a project which is a new project. First I am selecting new. Then I am going to, then it will ask to start my record. Then I'll ask, then I'm going to start my recording. Here I have an option, recording channel. Yeah, I'm going to start recording using this tool. Good morning to all. Here I have to select microphone. Now it will start recording. See, good morning to one and all. This is Dr. J. Lakshminarayanan addressing you on ICT tools. Welcome for the second day faculty development program on ICT tools. Thank you. Just I recorded only this, and now I'm going to stop the recording. Now I'm going to play this. You please check it. Now it will start recording. Good morning to one and all. Seen this uh, how we recorded it, and now if there is any problem during the recording, also we can edit this portion. That is also possible. We can do all that with the help of editing tools here. So likewise, you can create all your recording, audio record in this tool. So there are like this, you can record all your audio depending upon your requirement, and you can edit. See here, the moment if you observe, here it has observed that some lines which are not that much varying. So for that, if you want to see that, we have an option zoom. You can select this zoom. Now observe it. This portion I don't have any audio, so I can cut this part also. Directly I can cut it. It will remove. Similarly here also, certain portion the information is not there. So just I am playing here. Just I recorded only this, and now I am going to start the recording. So like this, wherever you don't have any information, you can edit that, and finally you can save that. So once after saving that, you can use this audio file in your presentation to make it as video. That is also possible. So like that, we can have this Audacity tool to do all your audio recording. So I hope you can understand this tool, but there is a lot of things you need to know. Here we have a lot of effects. If you observe here, we need to remove noise, or we need to remove echoes, all that. It will start analyzing and it will remove that. Finally, the good thing which you are going to have can be recorded and can be taken considered for your application. That is how we can use this Audacity tool. And this particular tool is basically used for speech recording purpose and speech analyzing, speech recording, all that we can use this tool. I hope you can understand this. Now I'm going back to the presentation. This is the YouTube link of Audacity. You know the basics of Audacity in this YouTube link, how to download and how to work on it. That is how the basic information is there in this YouTube link. I hope you can understand this particular tool. But there is, if you take Audacity alone, it will take half an hour to 45 minutes for me to complete all the tools, all the subsections in that. Then coming to the next tool, which I'm going to discuss, is video chat. So as we already discussed, while doing this communication, there are two types of communications we have: synchronous communication and asynchronous communication. This video conferencing or online meeting is a synchronous type of communication. So for that, we have video conferencing or video chat is a tool. So which is used to basically used to communicate one-to-one or one-to-many also. For video conferencing, we need servers, webcams, microphones, speakers, headsets. So many tools are required to have that, to do this conferencing. Now, there are so many types of video charts are available, but I have taken only few of them. Zoom, Skype, Cisco WebEx, Google Meet, Google Duo, Hangouts, Starly, Jitsi Meet, Whereby, Spike, Microsoft Teams, Slack, GoToMeeting, GeoMeet, and Big Blue Button. These are some of the online meeting tools we can use for doing this video conferencing or for conducting online meeting. You may ask why I use this particular thing here. You know, for when you go for online meeting, if you want to make the meeting lively, then definitely we need to have video chat, which is nothing. We can, with the help of any of these tools, we need to have such type of meeting. So for that reason, generally, this Google Meet is giving of unlimited duration for 100 participants. And similarly, most of these tools they are going to give 1 hour or 45 minutes like that. Again, it will restart. But Google Meet, some tools they will give complete 24 hours duration also. But the maximum limit is 100 only. Suppose if you want to go for more number of participants, we need to go for paid version. But for free version, only the maximum number of participants is 100. So I'm going to the next slide. Now, if you observe this, I don't want to, I think you might have known all these tools, how to conduct, how to create meeting link. And the most important thing here is once if you plan to conduct online meeting, we have to select which tool you want to use. It depends on your meeting depth or duration. You have to select one of these tools, and the link is to be shared to the respective participants. Then only they can join. Let us see an example. For today's program, the coordinators has shared one link to us. If they will not share that link, we won't connect like this, and it is not possible. Uh, that is possible only with the help of this online meeting tool. So I hope you can understand this. But to create a link and to do that, it's a simple thing. Whatever tool you are planning, you just open to that and you select the meeting schedule and time, and you send this link to the target audience, and they will connect accordingly. That's what it is. But there are in these meeting tools, some additional options are also there. For example, in Zoom and other Google Meets, you can have this control on from the host side. Means the moment you log in, uh, some of you are not muted, or some of them are sharing the videos. Everything can be controlled with the help of the host person. Also, that is also possible. Means we need to go for advanced settings, and there we need to select all this. So that is how we can plan to conduct any meeting without disturbing the things. So this is how you can have this. Then coming to the next tool, which I'm going to discuss, is the third tool which now I'm discussing is APowerSoft Online Screen Recorder. This APowerSoft Online Screen Recorder will allow you to capture any screen activity with audio in one click and share it to store, or you can share it to the web immediately through cloud. So this is how an online screen recorder is going to work. Now see how you are going to use this. Uh, Here is the link to get this screen recorder, apowersoft.com. There we have to go for free online screen recorder. Then the first, what is the use of this? APowerSoft Free Screen Recorder is an excellent free screen recording tool that enables you to capture anything on the PC screens as videos. That means it's like as videos. Then the second feature is you can not only select the standard resolution such as 1280 by 720 or 1920 by 1080, and other resolutions is also possible. with this. That you need to select what type of resolution you want to have, and you can see you can do this capturing customized way or full screen also you can do that. And the third feature is, apart from recording mode, you can also choose audio input for the videos. That means you can select the audio either from the mic or from the system. That is also possible. There are system sound, microphone sounds, both system sound and microphone. You can have options. You can select it. You can select any one depending on your need. What's more, that's how you can use this tool. Now, how to download this? Just you go to Google, type A Power Soft Screen Recorder. The moment you type A Power Soft Screen Recorder, it shows a link like this, A Power Soft web-based. But here there are two types of recorders are there. One is web-based recorder is there, and one is offline recorder is also there. But whenever it is web-based, every time you need to connect to the net. I'll show you how to do that. Now see here. If it is a web-based recorder, it looks like this. Then the moment if you use this, you just click start recording, it will start working. But you want to keep this in your system, then you need to select this download app, then suitable to your operating system, and you download it and you start working on that. And the moment you download it, you start working with this, it looks like this. What does it mean? Means this is the screen, this is the portion of the screen which you want to capture. And here we have different tools. I'll tell you those tools immediately after opening the actual software. And this is for recording purpose, and this is for microphone setting. And if you click this, you can select the entire screen or some portion of it. And there are some more other settings are also there. All those things, and this is for closing. Like that, we have all the things are there. We'll see that in detail. Then the moment you select it, so it shows like this. Now observe it. This is the standard setting. Now, but the screen is like this. We have a big screen, but the captured part is very less. Now what I have to do is, you just select this at any portion, the squares which are there on the corners, you drag that. The moment you drag that, it will select this whatever portion you want, it will be selected. Now see, now I have selected this entire portion. Now if I select the after the entire portion, then I'll start record. When I start clicking record, it displays like this. Then I have to select OK. Then it will start working. Now when it is start recording, now the screen will blink like this. Now this portion of the screen is capturing now. That is how it should be. Now here is a YouTube link, but I'm minimizing it and I'm going to the website how to do this. Here just you type A Power Soft. The moment you type A Power Soft, you'll get this one. Now observe it. If you click this, so you will get a window like this. But this start recording portion part is an online part. Directly if you click recording, you can record your portion of the screen online. But to download it, you click this download app. When you click this download app, the app will be downloaded. So that's how you can download and you can start working. Once after downloading it, you need to install it. See this, already it is downloaded and you need to install it. But already I installed that in my system. I'll show it. So see here, I have a A Power Soft Screen Recorder. Now I'm double clicking this. So it takes some time to open. Now observe it. At the status bar, you can find one thing at the corner, which is now this is the thing. Now I'm minimizing it. Now you have to select which part of your screen you need to capture. Let us assume that I'm capturing this my presentation screen. Let us assume that I'll show you. I'm capturing this presentation screen, this portion. Now I'm going to select this. Now, if you observe here, the moment if you select this, only certain part of PPT is selected. If you take your mouse here, you can move it like this. And if you move it like this, but even though it has not covered the entire screen. So what you have to do is, at the corners, you select it like this and move it up, one, down, or right and or left. Now see this. Now I'm selecting this screen by adjusting this. Now this portion of selection, which we call it as selected portion of recording the screen. Now try to observe it. This is for recording and this is for webcam or screen. Now you're recording webcam or screen. Now you remove this, now you see here, you can select system sound for recording this or microphone. Now, if it is system sound or microphone, let us say now I'm using microphone for presentation. I'm considering system and microphone both. Then this is for full screen. Suppose if you want to capture the entire screen, that is also possible. I'll tell you afterwards. And you can have this screen set up, all that. Even for iPhones also we have the resolutions and all that. And this is used for, here we have some additional options are there. You can use that for that purpose. Help and other things. This is one is for help. This is for help, and this you can get options and other things. This is for minimizing thing. Once of the recording is over, if I click minimize, that will be there at the status bar. See here. Now if I click back, and it will come. Once the recording is completed, then if you want to close it, just you click close, then it will be closed. Now I'll show you how to record it. Now see, I am just pressing record. Then it will ask, are you ready to record? Then you select OK. When you select OK, it will ask 1, 2, 3, countdown. Then once it is say, okay, now the recording is starting. Whatever slides that you are moving here in your presentation, all those things will be recorded one after the other in the form of a video. Just I am clicking one after the other for your understanding purpose. Just see. Just I'm clicking one after the other screen, like 4 or 5 screens like this. And I'm going to stop my recording now. I'm stopping my recording. Then the moment, now observe it. The moment you stop the recording, all the thing will be recorded in the form of a video. One after the other, the form of a video. You please try to understand. Clicking one after the other. Just I'm clicking one after the other screen, like 4 or 5 screens like this. And I'm going to stop my recording now. Is it clear, I think? This is how you can record this certain portion of the screen. Now you close it. Here it will ask where you want to save it. You have to save this video in the system or in the cloud, or you can share this video to someone else. That is also possible. So now already defaultly, if I not selected anything, already it will be closed. It will be saved in the system. Now you may ask where it will be saved. You just click here with the title of that software. It will show you the folder. In that folder, it will save. I think for my work, I'm going to use this A-Power software uh, daily for 10 to 20 times. And I'm minimizing this, and I'm going to show you where it is. Like this, you can select and you can open that. Now, suppose if you want to go for full screen, only one option, just you click this, all your screen, now observe it, all your screen will be recorded. Just I'm going to show one record, one or two slides. Then again, I'm starting for the entire screen, for full screen. So again, I'm going to start sharing. If I start sharing, now if you observe the presentation will look like in a different manner. And I'm going to stop my recording and I'm playing. Now see this. Again, I'm going to start sharing. If I start sharing, now if you observe the presentation will look like in a different manner. And I'm going to stop my recording. And I hope you can understand the difference between the selection portion of screening, the recording, or and the full screen recording also. In the selected screen recording, only certain portion of information only is recorded. Whereas in the full screen mode, the entire information is recorded. Now I'm going to start going back to my presentation. I think I have given the complete picture of this. And this is the YouTube link for A-Power Soft Screen Recorder. There is a YouTube, there is a nice video on that. You can you can see that video and start working on that. But it's a very simple tool. You may ask, what is the use of the screen recorder? Suppose you want to make a video to the students. That video comprises of 4 or 5 videos. Some portion of one video you need to capture and some portion of other video is required. And in between that, you need to add some presentation of yours. In such case, you can capture whatever portion of your recording is there. First, you need to capture it. Then we have some editing tools are there. This particular tool is only used for capturing and playing only. But editing part, we have some other tools which we'll see in the next, in the coming presentation. Now, the next tool, which is OBS, which you can call it as Open Broadcaster Software. The name itself is telling. Which is open means it's open source, broadcaster software. This software is basically meant for broadcasting. That means whenever you want to go for live, definitely this tool will help us. Now, first I'll show you how to use this OBS. This OBS is a free and open source software for video recording and live streaming. Please try to understand. It is not only for recording, and it is also for live streaming. Whereas the previous one, which is A-Power Soft, is only for screen recording and the capturing part only. It is not meant for live streaming. But this is for live streaming also. At this place, first while I'll discuss OBS tool, then I'm going to connect a YouTube link using this OBS in a live demo. Now if you see this, how to download this OBS? Just in the Google, you just type OBS. The moment you type OBS, it displays Open Broadcaster software. The moment it displays Open Broadcaster software, if you go to that, it will tell you which version, which is your based on your operating system. You have to select that tool. Since if it is Windows, you have to select Windows. If it is Mac, you can select that. Then like that, whatever operating system you are having, based on that, operating system, you start working, downloading that, and it will work. So this now you can use this OBS. Now after installing that in your system, it looks like this. Don't worry, if you observe that you'll get so many frames, one over the other. The objective is, as in the case of screen A Power Soft, you will can find only one screen, one thing. It is like this, but this is having multiple screens one after the other in the 3D fashion. Depending upon the screen, that is the information that is there on the screen, it will capture. It will pick into that window and it will capture. That is how it will do. And there are a lot of features are there. If you want to learn OBS alone, it needs minimum of 45 minutes. It needs a minimum of 45 minutes. So now I'm going to show you how we go for this. Website, anyway, you can download it. Just here you have to click OBS. The moment if you click OBS, it will give open broadcast software. You select that, then whatever operating systems, you just click that, automatically it will install in your system. But here it will select Windows 8 to 10 on versions, and for older versions also they are available. Once after downloading this, now already I downloaded this. It is there in my thing. Now observe it. Here I have OBS Studio. Now I am double clicking this. Now I'll tell you this YouTube live which I am now giving, which we are doing, is to be supported with this recording tool only. Is supported with this recording tool only. Now I'll show you that how we have to do this. Meanwhile, what I'll do is, if you want to use this tool, which I'll take one application. Now observe it. This is how it looks like. Here we have FDP or something like this. First you you remove this. These are the previous things which I have. Now this is how you have the screen will looks like. The first part to work with this OBS is, first you have to select the scene. The moment you select the scene, defaultly it will select some name. You just click OK. Then after selecting the scene, then you have to select the source. Now if you select the source, now try to understand. You need audio input, audio output, browser, color source. There are so many sources are there. That means if you want to be the master on this OBS, you should know thoroughly what is the use of each and every source which is mentioned here. That means, suppose if I want to take the class live with the help of a PPT and video directly without using YouTube, I can do that. That is also possible. So if you observe here, we have audio tools, color, display capture. You can use this OBS for game capturing also. And then for image purpose also we can do that. Then for image slideshows, for media source, scenes, text, video capturing devices. Here you can select cameras and other things. And I can show you also, suppose if we want to have multiple cameras, how the performance of those cameras also we can see. Suppose one is the camera that is provided by the laptop or other thing, and other video capturing device we have the webcams like that, and you can compare the quality of the image that is there in the camera that is there in the laptop and as well as the webcam. You can see the comparison also. Directly you can have two cameras here and you can see the performance also. That is also possible. Like that we can capture the entire window, group, like that we have so many options are there. But for the time being, I'm selecting display capture. That means whatever thing that is there on the screen, it will display to us. You just select display capture and click OK. Now the moment if you do it like this, you can click OK. Now I'm going to show my presentation on this. Just observe it. I think you can see this, my presentation. If you observe this through OBS, if you want to get this through OBS, you need to do this start recording. Because whatever information that is there on the screen will start record. So when you do that, if you observe your screen now, now see this, if you open it and automatically this OBS, you can find some information that is recording. Like that you can have this. So whatever, like directly you can record the information and you can display wherever you want. So that is how you can do this. Now I'm stopped recording. Now what I'll do with this is, as an example, I'm going to link this a live YouTube channel with the help of this OBS. Now see how I'm going to create that. First, go to Google Chrome or Google website. I'm clicking this Google Chrome. Here you have this 3x3 matrix is there with dots. There you can, if you move your cursor, it will show you Google Apps. You click that, you can have so many apps are there. Google Search, Maps, YouTube, Play Store, News, Gmail, Google Meet, Contacts, Drive, Calendar, Translate, Photos, Geo Shipping, so on. So many things are there. All these are Google apps. But now I'm selecting YouTube. Just I'm clicking YouTube. Now what I'll do is, I'm going to create a YouTube live channel, and that for creating that live channel, I need OBS for recording purpose. I'll show you how we have to do that. First, after opening this YouTube, here we have a plus symbol, which is create. The moment you click this, there are two options are there. You can upload video and go live. This upload video, if you already recorded, if you have an already recorded video is there, you can upload that using this upload video. But now you don't have any recorded video, then you need to select go live. Now I'm selecting go live. Now if I select go live, now observe it, already the live session is going on for today's program. And there is some problem with the previous thing. Now here my live is going continuously. So suppose if you want to create new live, here you have to click stream. You can ask already the existing template or new template. Reuse settings. You can use this reuse settings. Then here I'm going to select some name, but now I'm not going to show you because the live streaming thing it will may get disturbed. So here you have to select the name, and if you click here, it will ask whether this uh, streaming you are making for public, anyone can search and view, or you can only give for unlisted people, or only for your purpose, for private purpose. When you say for private purpose, only you can view. The public can't view that. And here we have a thumbnail. You can change this thumbnail. That means whatever be the program that you are planning, the first step that you have to do is this. That means let us assume that today we have a session. I created this link at least 10-15 minutes before the event. And I use the title of this event, name is FTP ICT Tools. This you can create. And now I made it public. So that if I made it public, if I share the link, anyone can view. Or even after that, once the recording is completed, they can directly ICT tools, something like that. They search you on YouTube. My video will also be displayed. That is how it should be. Then once after adding this thumbnail, then it will ask whether this video can be shared for the children or not, for the kids or not. If the information is any high level information, then you can say no. If it is for kids also, then you can make it yes. Then after doing that, you can start create. Then what I'll do is, for the time being, I'll change the name. Yes. I'm going to schedule. Here I'm going to make it public. Now I'm going to schedule this event. This program you can schedule it at any point of time. Now I can schedule this program. Now I'm going to schedule this program, let us say for tomorrow's program. It's better, I think. I'll share that for tomorrow's program so that you can understand it clearly. 25th. Now I'm going to make the title as PDC underscore ICT tools day 3. So, and now I have to schedule this event on Saturday, that is tomorrow, at 10. At what time I need to have this? I can plan for that. Let us assume that I'm planning this event, let us say at 10:30. Now, suppose if you want to change the thumbnail, you click this, and it will ask you from the system, you need to add it. But I don't want to change the thumbnail. I'll keep that. Then I selected the solid, then I'm creating create. Now observe it. Now you have created a title PDC ICT tool for day 3, but it is not live now. You can share this link. The moment you click this, you can copy this link and you can share this link to anyone. And tomorrow they can access that. They click that link and they can see that. But now what you have to do? Here you are making this. You're fixing the event. You are scheduling the event, but you are not connecting the streaming. So for that, what you have to do is You have to click this stream setup help. Then here, there is a password for this. Paste the stream key into your software. Now what you have to do is you have to copy this and you close this. Now where you have to paste this? No, you are streaming this from OBS. Now I have to open this OBS back and I have to go to settings. I have to go to settings. In settings, there is an option general stream output all that. Now here in at the place of stream, you need to paste this. Suppose if you paste this, then you make it hide, then you apply, okay. Then again go to settings. Now you see what should be the quality of your audio, video, all that. Then audio, if you see if the frequency range, all that is okay. Then video. Now I have kept this video base also, good canvas and good resolution. This is the highest resolution which you can have. If it is okay, then you click OK. Now I made a screen. Whatever YouTube link that is there, that YouTube streaming key I added in my OBS. Once if I added that, then I need to start streaming. If I add start streaming, then it's now observe it at the bottom. It is now you're observing green color. Whatever screen now you are displaying, let us assume that you are displaying this screen. You check this, observe it, stream setup help. Now here it will show you your streaming is done very good and in an excellent condition. So, but it is giving an error. Why it is giving error? Since I made it this event tomorrow and I'm just analyzing it. So observe it. All that preview, if you see that preview, my video is ready now. I can go for live. So that is how you can do this recording through this one. Now what I'll do is I'm going to stop here. I'm stop streaming. When I do that, automatically here it will stop. All your recordings will be stopped. And I'm not clicking this go live. The moment you click go live, the event will go in a live. But since you schedule the program tomorrow, it will not go for live. So that is how you can, now if you want to see the preview, you can see here. That is how you can do this. You can create a link and you can start working on this. I hope you can understand. Now, if you click this, now I'll show you, if you click this link, copy, and I'm going to open it in the website, and I'm pasting it. Now just see, if you do this live in 22 hours, so just only whatever thumbnail that I mentioned, I kept there, only that will be displayed. The rest of the thing won't display. Only once if you set this time, from that portion of time only the event will start recording and it will go live. That is how you can create your YouTube channel for online transmission, online broadcasting of your information with the help of this OBS. Now, here the moment you stop the streaming, you won't get the streaming there. And if you observe this in the YouTube also, you won't get any information. There also you'll get live is off. That is how you can have this YouTube. I'll go back to my presentation now. You see this is the YouTube link for OBS project, and this is the link where you can get OBS software tool. So the moment you observe this, you can find, once if you are having complete idea on OBS, you can use YouTube for transferring of information in a live in live. So that is how you can use this tool for broadcasting purpose. And I hope I clarified, I have clearly mentioned this information to you. Now, already I mentioned video hosting. What this YouTube part which I discussed is nothing but the video hosting. Means first you need to have a video recording tool is required, and video hosting tool is also required. I use YouTube